Alrighty. Here we are. So I'm just gonna start it and we'll see how it goes.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
This is a really pretty game. This is really nice.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I've only been playing this game for 2 minutes, but I already love it.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Do we go high or low? I kind of want to go low, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna go low.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Oof. I am curious, is there any way for me to turn my FOV? No, there's not. Okay, I'll just get used to it.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Basketball.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's a pretty cool house. I think definitely pretty unique.
The house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me. Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left. For the
No
first time
power.
in years, I felt like I was home.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Dang.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Wow, that is a lot
Or
of...
how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Giddy.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Man, this is quite a scene.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
This is very interesting already. It's just very mysterious.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm going to I'm only gonna play this for about an hour from when I start streaming because my mom wants to watch Netflix or something, and if she does that, I can't stream. So I'll play for about an hour.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
It's reminding me of the house from Stranger Things, the Vecna
Edie
house.
told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Interesting.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
What happened that night?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
So many books.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
So many books. Jeez.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Gregory?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Wow, that's an interesting room.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
11 years. This one's only 11 years as well. How much was Barbara's? Because I was looking, if you look on the pause screen, yeah, it has all the dates. What was Barbara's? Barbara's was 44 to 60. So 14.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Wait. Oh. Why did uh, why did I think that that said 66? I read 76 and 77. I don't have an explanation for that one. That's just brain no work moment.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
I don't know how I did that.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Why did I... Even when I read the Gregory on the menu before I started, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about it because it's embarrassing.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Walter. This is cool. Yo.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Why did my camera do that? It like shook and like went down by itself.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
I like had a seizure in game, and it's a result.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Whoa.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a second to take in this room. This is honestly really neat. Yeah, the way my camera and game shook like that is how my brain was
From the
thinking
paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton
that
had been here before me.
Gregory was 11. Ket.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone. I ate a lot of things that night. I kept eating and eating.
Oh God. No. Molly, no. Molly, no. No.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
That's disgusting.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What? Excuse me?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Color me confused.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl.
What is going on?
Rabbits.
Rabbit. Rar.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
I did not expect to be playing as an owl.
A mama rabbit.
I think I just hit a
She
tree.
was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Bruh! Excuse me?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Rar.
I wanted fat, juicy seals. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Dang, this kid is... got it out. She's a monster. There he is. Come on, come on.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
What in the world? Wait, your dad called Henry Hunter.
I was big, but I moved.
Why? That surprises me greatly. He's a cat. Dang, this game is no joke. What am I playing as right now?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
These poor sailors.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Yeah, my expectations are completely blown out of the water on this game already, and it's been like 20 minutes. Also, did I mention I didn't have to pay for it? It was free. I don't know what, like, subscription I have, but it, like, I didn't have to pay for it. I was like, it was on my home screen, like, do you want to try this game out? It's free. And I was like, heck yeah.
Closer.
I'm still surprised that your dad called Henry my name. He doesn't even, like, see me very often or, like,
All my stomach
talk to me
started
by
growling.
name.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Wow, this is very interesting. Wow.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Molly lore.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we
Kitty.
adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house.
My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dang, that's unfortunate.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Yeah, this floor is something else.
Their fortune. And misfortune.
Yes, I know you love pink so much.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son,
Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to
Dang,
make
he
the
put the
coast
house
island.
on the boat.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Wow.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Hmm. No, I didn't actually. I didn't. Oh, there it is. I knew there was probably something in here I missed.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
This is a super cool house.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
This is a really cool room.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Sounds a lot like you.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oh, I was only using one joystick to swing up like that. I knew it was.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
I don't like this.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Dang.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh my god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Hey.
Calvin's story felt strange.
Now he was actually
When I was
11.
younger, I remember trying to do
I
the
can do
exact
math.
same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Dang, all these secret doors are sick. I'm glad you knew I was going to say
The
that. That's
passages
funny.
were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built
I've
for smaller
become
hands and
predictable.
bellies.
I'm gonna go into this room first, actually. Or no, this is just the... Oh, okay. Cool. Never mind, I'm gonna go back in.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Dang. Cigarettes. Sus.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards. Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately,
Yeah, his voice.
the scream hadn't aged well.
Oof.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oof.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I need your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
I don't like his voice either.
Just keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. and as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Why is it playing the Michael Myers theme?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
I don't like that. Whack.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
He deserved that.
I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep, watching the
That Michael Myers music was
hours later.
pretty cool.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Walter. Oh, it's back. I have a bad feeling about this.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Oh, God.
Hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Bravo, Barbara!
relatives had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
Dang.
Girl, she had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story.
Dang, what did happen to her, though? How accurate is that?
Is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
God dang!
I call a real eerie tale.
Wow. It's quite the story. I don't know whose voice was worse, the pumpkin creep weirdo or the boyfriend voice.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Well, another family member down. I guess we go back to the hallway now.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, that's Molly.
It's
Oh.
funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Key time.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
The
I thought maybe
fridge.
she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Dang, secret tunnel.
I
Secret
remember asking Mom
tunnel.
once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a
Whoa!
pattern in all these stories,
That's a lot of food.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Whoa.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
He did.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
This is canned peaches.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. It's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Train. Oh, for some reason I thought it was a cinematic.
I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh, dang. Yeah, train. Definitely train.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Is your least favorite the Calvin one, or is that not your least favorite? Because you said it was one of your least favorites, and this is your second least favorite, so is there one worse? Can I lift it up, please? Lewis, alright. I will prepare myself.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh, no more train tracks then. Huh.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
The old house.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's all the way out there. Yeah. I wondered what that was. And then you said it, and I didn't put two and two together right away.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oof.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Wow.
She could see it poking out of the water.
There it is, yeah. Now we get to see it.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Wow.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
the next save point, which might be now. Okay.
But looking back on it now,
I'll wait and see what she says.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh, wow. For real? I didn't realize that. Okay. It's almost been an hour, and I'm gonna stop at that save point. I need to also find something to eat, because I don't feel so great right now. My stomach doesn't feel so great. I think I had too much, of, I guess, body armor maybe without food, and it doesn't feel so good. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna see if there's any food. I did really enjoy this first part of this game. I actually did not have any idea what to expect. It's very cool. Very, very interesting and intriguing. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this here. I guess there's no way to just go back to the menu. Okay. And I will either play some Fortnite or something else. I'll see. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. I think there was other people that hopped in for a few seconds. I got a little pop-up on my screen a few times, but thanks for hanging out. And anyone who watches this later, I'm definitely gonna leave this up. Not that I take any of my other streams off, but this is a good one to leave up because it's just a straight up playthrough. But yeah, I will